Are you considering per diem nursing but worried about fluctuating paychecks or the unpredictability of getting canceled? In this video, I am breaking down how to successfully transition into per diem nursing and thrive even with challenges. Hi, I'm Leah, a PRN nurse and the creator of the Nurse Collective. I love sharing tips to help new nurses navigate career changes and build fulfilling lives. So let's start at the beginning. If you're anything like me a couple years ago, you're probably starting out with the question, what is per diem nursing? Well, I'm glad you asked. Per diem nurses work on an as-needed basis, filling gaps in staffing. You can often pick your own shifts and enjoy a higher pay per hour. Before I dive into the many benefits of per diem nursing, I want to start with the cons. With any decision that we make in life, there are both pros and cons. And so when we talk about the cons of per diem nursing, number one is the unpredictable income. No guaranteed hours and possible cancellations. And you may be asking, well, Leah, you mentioned all these bad things. Why would I even consider per diem nursing? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I have been a per diem nurse for 2 years, and it has been the best decision that I have ever made in my nursing career. The number one reason why I decided to become a per diem nurse is because of the flexible schedule. I remember starting out in nursing and I was so thrilled at the fact that my manager at that time told me, you can make your own schedule. All you have to give me is 3 days per week. And when I gave those 3 days, more than likely they put me wherever they needed me to fill a gap because I was a new nurse. So specifically days that I didn't want to work were the days that they put me on to work and I couldn't do anything about it. So I decided that I wanted a job in nursing that provided me a flexible schedule. But not only does per diem nursing allow you to have a flexible schedule, but you have a better hourly pay. Yes, you heard that correctly, a better hourly rate. So not only are you picking when you want to work, but you have an increased hourly rate. And to add some more great benefits, you get more exposure to different units and different specialties. So you're not stuck to one unit at a time. That is why, till this day, I am still a per diem nurse. So we have discussed both the pros and the cons of per diem nursing. And if you're anything like me, when you're hearing about per diem nursing for the first time, you're like, sign me up, let's go. I'm ready to transition to this flexible schedule and to have an increased hourly rate. Well, I'm going to provide you with the steps that I personally took in order to transition from a full-time nurse to a per diem nurse. Number one is to assess your readiness for this avenue of nursing. You want to make sure that you're comfortable working independently and have strong clinical skills. When you decide to pick up a per diem shift at hospitals, facilities, or even marketplaces such as Medely, you often will be given minimal orientation. Therefore, you should be ready to work and be able to fill that gap to make sure that that unit is not at a deficit. The second step to successfully transition into per diem nursing, you want to research agencies, facilities, marketplaces, or even platforms. Be sure to read the reviews, and I would personally even suggest to ask other nurses who have been associated with these marketplaces, agencies, and facilities. The third step to successfully transition into per diem nursing is to get your credentials in order. You want to be sure that all your licenses, certifications such as BLS, ALS are all up to date. You also want to ensure that you are up to date with your immunizations. Fourth step in this transition process to per diem nursing is to start slow. You may be asking, well, Leah, you gave me all these wonderful benefits. Why would I even start slow? I want to make my own schedule and I want to make more money. I believe, and I am a proponent in order to successfully transition into per diem nursing because it is an avenue of nursing that few people tread upon because of the fluctuating paychecks and things of that sort. You want to make sure that this is something that truly aligns with you and your lifestyle. So I do admonish you to start slow. When I say start slow, I am suggesting that you consider working per diem shifts along your current job. To not drastically leave your job, but pick up shifts with these marketplaces and agencies alongside working your current job just to see if this truly is something that you can imagine doing full time. And by starting slow and picking up shifts alongside your current job, this will actually help you build financial stability so that when you transition completely, it won't be such of a challenge. And the fifth and last step to help you successfully transition into per diem nursing is to build relationships. You want to make sure that when you are going to these specific units and picking up on units that you're connecting with the managers and the co-workers. And I am a big proponent of this because you are considered a per diem nurse, which means you're not actually an employee or a permanent employee of that hospital. And so when it comes to actually deciding whether they want to bring you in, when they have to make a decision between you and another nurse, you want them to think well of you and you want them to actually choose to bring you in over another nurse. And the way in order to put yourself above another nurse, specifically because you are a per diem nurse, is to actually connect with your managers, get to know them, and work to the best of your ability. I pride myself that when I pick up shifts or wherever I work, that I do my work the best of my ability. And personally, I remember one time when I picked up a shift, I was placed on call for 4 hours and I received the notification that they wanted me to come in. And when I went in, the charge nurse said, "Leah, I had a choice between you and another nurse, and I chose you because I know that no matter what happens, you just get your work done." And so I pride myself that when I pick up shifts, that I work the best of my ability. I try to be flexible, and I just try to be a good person to work with. So remember that as a per diem nurse, build relationships in order to actually kind of get a step up over other people or other nurses so that you can actually get all of your shifts. So I've already discussed how you can successfully transition into per diem nursing, but what I want to expound on is that in this avenue of nursing, there will be some challenges, and I've already discussed a lot of them, but I want to go into depth how you can overcome these challenges and still have a sense of stability. So next, we're going to talk about how to manage fluctuating paychecks or income as a per diem nurse. No one likes to have fluctuating paychecks or income. So here are 3 ways that you can overcome the challenge having fluctuating income as a per diem nurse. Number 1 is to budget. So you want to make sure that in regards to budgeting, that you are actually budgeting for your lowest month and not your highest. So just in case you do get canceled, you will still be able to meet the quota to pay all of your bills. You also want to make sure that you treat extra income as a way to save or invest. Personally, I have utilized this and it has helped me to thrive and still be able to save and pay off debt. The next way to overcome the challenge of having a fluctuating income is to create an emergency fund. I personally suggest to have $1,000 saved in an emergency fund so that you can pull from this bucket just in case you are canceled for shifts. And the last way to overcome fluctuating income as a per diem nurse is to diversify your income stream. You want to consider maybe having another PRN role at another facility or hospital, or even starting a side hustle such as myself to supplement your income so that you will not be dependent upon only per diem nursing as a way to have income. So the last disadvantage of being a per diem nurse are cancellations. Again, you will not be guaranteed for every shift that you pick up as a per diem nurse. So in order to make sure that you are still stable and able to pay your bills, I'm going to provide you with some tips to overcome this challenge. The first tip is to be proactive in your scheduling. You want to make sure that you are signing up for your shifts as early as possible. Units or hospitals are less likely to cancel you if you sign up early for your shift. The second tip is to be flexible. You want to make sure that you are open and available to work on different units and to work in various different roles. Because of the nursing shortage, we know that a lot of times when you pick up a shift, sometimes you can be a CNA, sometimes you may have to be a unit clerk. So you want to make sure you're the type of individual and your unit knows that you are the type of individual that does not mind being flexible, that you can work any and everywhere. Now the last tip and my favorite is to stay positive. You're probably thinking, Leah, you just gave me so many cons of per diem nursing and you're telling me to still stay positive. Yes. A lot of times when I'm canceled for my shift, I take it as an opportunity that I can spend more time with my family and create more memories. I can put my child in the bed because I do choose to work night shift, and I can actually create more videos for you guys. And so I don't take it as a negative thing when I am canceled, because I know in the avenue of nursing that there will always be shifts. There are always opportunities to make money. And so I don't take it as a negative. I just simply readjust my schedule and find ways that I can actually pick up more shifts at another time. So remember to stay positive if this is truly something that you want to pursue and you want to transition to. Always stay positive. So per diem nursing can be an incredible way to gain flexibility and financial freedom while maintaining your passion for patient care. It's all about planning and staying adaptable. If you're a per diem nurse or considering being a per diem nurse, your questions or tips in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other nurse friends. I'll see you guys in my next video.